Ladies and gents, welcome to Random World Part 3. This is a map that randomizes a completely different world every single time. And we've got 8 players on the map somewhere. We've got 8 kings. The villagers are all spread out. The players start with transports. It is very difficult for these individuals to get used to the start because, like, look from Purple's perspective. You got all these different things in different locations, but it's amazing because every generation is different. You can't just say, I'm going to go to North America and try and find where T90's backyard is. You can't do that, right? And so exploration is going to be needed and adaptation is going to be needed. And I'm very excited for this game. Now, usually I would introduce the players, but they haven't chosen their spots yet. So I do just want to survey the world here because there seems to be a lot of connections here, right? A lot of areas where there is some type of crossing which connects these areas of land together. Other versions didn't have that. Now, here's an exception. You see this here? Here, it doesn't look like you can cross over with land. So this northern area, this northern strip, I mean, this is very strippy. This is this is not a place you really want to be. But elsewhere, man, I mean, there's a lot of land, and it, for the most part, seems to be pretty connected here. But we'll see how this goes. You gotta love this, though. This is a regicide game, of course. And one person says, I almost forgot I had a king, and the other person says kings aren't in this game, so that person couldn't find their king. So, I think we could probably introduce the players. Now, let's dive in. Here in the yellow, we have Kulero Connor. And yellow said, I don't know what Exploding Kings means. And we've been doing Exploding Kings for, I don't know, 2 years, fairly consistently now for community games. So I would say that Yellow's maybe a little bit inexperienced in at least how the community games tend to play out, considering is kind of unaware of what the explosion aspect is. But Yellow's in a pretty good spot, has a pretty good start, and a simplified start with everything being pretty close to this area here. Close by to Yellow, we have Harry T. And, oh, shoot, I forget the quote, but when Harry T got selected for this game, Harry T said, oh, chat, help me out. What was it? It was like, the dark has dawned upon the world. The darkness has dawned upon the world. A new darkness dawned upon the world. A darkness has dawned upon the world. Anyways, I made it so much less epic than what he said, but we'll see how much darkness there's going to be with Harry T around playing as the Malay. Very far away. All the way over here towards the south, we have Zenith UK playing as the Teutons. Nearby Zenith, we have Zeta2. Zeta2 is playing as the Tatars. And then things get a little cluttered over here in the west. We have T-Money McGet Buns. That is the most 90s internet name I've ever heard in my life. T-Money McGet Buns. I really need to know, when was this username created? How old is this individual? I like to think that this guy, that was his gamer tag back in the 90s. And he's now like a father of 4, and that's still his gamer tag. I don't know. That cracks me up. Anyways, he's playing Lithuanians, and he realizes he's very close to Ian here, and sent a sheep as a sign of good faith to Ian, who Ian is playing as the Incas here. Where is Orange at? Oh no, hold on. Orange built a barracks. I was looking for a town center. Orange didn't build the town center. Orange instead made a barracks. And fortunately could afford a lumber camp. But that is going to take some time for Orange. Orange is going to be very far behind because Orange did not start off with a town center. So maybe a little bit of confusion here on the start. Again, there is a lot happening. And there's a lot to focus on. And if you don't know a nomad-style start on an expansive map, you might build a barracks instead. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll see a militia scout the map or something, but Orange playing as the humans. It's all good, because Orange can make a second TC in Feudal. Last but not least, by the way, we have Blue Pony. Blue Pony, the only one in, like, the central or northern-ish area playing as the Turks. That's pretty crazy. Like, the fact that blue has that entire middle region and everyone else is on the outskirts means they might be coming in his direction. And that's pretty much it for now. We pretty much chill. We thank Low Elo Legion for the raid. Welcome in Low Elo Legion raiders. Very familiar with Low Elo Legion, as well as many of the viewers that have come in here. So good luck, people. Welcome. Hope you guys had a nice stream. And please don't call me daddy, that one person. That's just, we really don't allow that here. So I want to keep looking at the map here and see if there's possibly a shortage of resources for people. I think the resource spawns should be relatively fair and even. It's just whether or not there's land or water. But, as I say that, purple could have kind of a tough time getting gold, for example. There is gold around, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of resources there. Fishing is going to be helpful for the food eco early on, so everyone should be doing that. And still just perusing around here with the king is red. But again, the king is your life. If you lose that king, you are dead. Now, there is one player who has broken the rule, number one rule of community games. And the number one rule of community games is ally everybody first. But also the number one rule of Nomad is build the TC right away. So poor Orange, who is sitting at 3 villagers, has had a very slow start compared to the others, who are all around 20 now. So I'm wondering if people are going to have mercy on Orange, because they won't be able to know, as Orange comes in with the militia now, they won't be able to know that Orange is in a tough spot based on anything but the score. If they were allied to Orange, they could see that Orange is struggling, but oh my goodness, did he put, I'm pretty certain that he just put the militia on guard on the king. Okay, so they're calling Orange out. Red says Orange, ally. And Orange just says maybe. I love how Orange, who's at 5 pop, has the balls to say maybe. You would think that a player like this would really need the help. And Red says, Orange, did you ally anyone? And Orange now says, not yet, LMAO, gonna ally you all. Okay, well, that's an interesting start here. And there we go. Allies everybody. Except you, Yellow. You're like the discount Orange. Okay, so we got a unique individual over here. Okay, so maybe Penscrawl, big fan of color 8. And, really not a big fan of the yellow color. Also, I think this is Yellow's first community game. I think Yellow's going to be like, what? Why am I catching strays here? Why am I getting called out? This is funny, man. I do remember a game, like, maybe 6 months ago, where players were arguing over picking the color green. And there's actually a song about it. Guys, if you remind me, at the end of this, I will play the song about it. I uploaded it Halloween 2023. And there was a player named Green Cauldron. And when Green Cauldron joined the lobby, someone else already had the color green. And he was like, hey, pick another color. And they were like, no. And they argued, and I had to intervene. I was like, I'm going to kick both of you if you don't, like, switch up the colors. And what happened was they started attacking each other in the game because of the color dispute. It was a whole thing. It's a good song. I don't really play the song that much on stream, but I'll play it after this. And Hardy could maybe link it in the description for people watching on YouTube later if they're curious. Okay. Well, we have the eco count at the bottom left. I think we should all say hype once Orange reaches double digits for the economic population. It might take a bit because Orange isn't producing any bills right now. So don't worry, we'll keep you updated. Orange says, how are you guys so fast? Not fully understanding why everyone is doing so much better. And it really just comes down to the fact they built a TC right away. The militia are indeed protecting the king. I love that. But orange is going to need some support this game because everyone else is so far ahead. I mean, they're going to be in Castle Age before he's even in Feudal. This is pretty rough for orange. And this is our time to hype him up. Let's go. Hey, we've seen some crazy comeback stories. You just need good diplomacy. You don't necessarily need to be a fantastic player in these games. That's the beauty of it. Hype there for orange, who hits 10 eco. And certainly is a talking point now. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to play in community games. I think I'm going to be too bad. Who gives a crap? You could play a role. Even if you get killed off by some big bad bully and you can't do much, that's a storyline. Right? That is a storyline that I can run with for ages, so I think people always want to dream big and dream to win, though, which I fully understand. Yeah, there's no way for me to show the elos of these guys on screen. I know that Harry T is around, like, I think 14 or 1500. And Harry T has been around the community for 6 or so years. He did take a break at some point. You may remember, I think it was Harry T where I played him with only Flaming Camels and T90 Trolls a month back. And Harry is really close to Yellow, says, hey, Yellow, private chat. Friends for a while? We right next to each other. Bad to fight early. I don't know. Feels a little weird to say friends for a while. Usually people say friends forever. I don't know if that's sending the right message. What is funny, though, Yellow said hi to all chat. So responding to Red. And Zenith thinks that Yellow was reaching out to him to be friends. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Yellow is building a castle here, which feels like an aggressive castle. And it doesn't seem like Harry's too fond of this castle. That castle's going to go up, and Yellow turns on Harry T. And what? I mean, Harry is right. It's best for both of them to be friends for a while, but we have war 20 minutes into the game. And Harry T did say a new darkness dawned upon the world. Little did Harry know he was talking about someone other than himself. Now, Zenith is like, hey, player 4, you said hi to me. Yellow didn't actually say hi to you, Zenith, so you're going to figure that out soon. And I guess Gray and... actually, I'm going to say Gray's name. T-Money McGetbuns is going to be teamed with Zeta2. Because they're close together, right? Which is usually what you expect, but obviously here, the situation is a bit different. So I would say that it would kind of make sense for Harry to call Yellow out right now. That doesn't make your chances any better of Yellow, like, changing his mind, but it doesn't seem like Yellow is going to change his mind anyways. So I think Harry might just want to be like, hey guys, Yellow's attacking me. And again, no one's really that close. Blue is going to be teamed with Ian. Ian has also been around community games for a long time. And Ian says, our alliance shall be forged for centuries to come. Just going to press my little YouTube title button in case we run out of ideas. I like that. I love how... we are 23 minutes into the game. We have a player in Dark Age still. And then we have 2 people in Castle Age castle dropping each other. We've got... this is, if anything, very realistic, right? Because we have strong nations attacking each other when they should be allied. And then we have an area of the world which is still very much in the Dark Ages. And no one's going to be bothered about this whole Dark Age area until... the rest of the world finds out there's a lot of rich resources here. And then someone's going to steamroll this area. Okay. Red, pretty calm, actually. Says, hey, Green, fighting Yellow over here. Not sure if I'll survive. Ooh, okay. Can I run to you? Don't want to cause trouble for you, but I may need to escape. This is what you have to say, because you don't want someone to be upset if you go to their base. And Yellow allies other people now and says hi ally to everybody. Meanwhile, Gray Team Money McGet Buns speaking to Ian. Teal, do you want to team up with Perp? You and me are still day one. And Ian is for that. So, this is really testing my memory. Ian, maybe reach out to me if I'm correct on this later, but pretty sure I had a meetup in a small gamer bar in North Carolina in 2016. We had 12 people show up, which is more than I expected. Obviously, channel was much smaller back then. And I am fairly certain that Ian was one of the individuals who showed up. I'm pretty sure Ian and I have a picture together. Ian's been around a long time. Unless it's another Ian. In which case, this is really awkward. But I'm pretty sure is this Ian. I've always thought of it as this Ian. There's also the time where this lady comes up to me and she goes, "So you're the person my husband watches on the TV when I want him to get stuff done," or something. And I was like, yep, that's me. Forget exactly what she said. Red says, yellow will probably go imp and try and treb me. And green is like, we'll see what I can do, no promises. Okay, so green's gonna allow red to escape. But yellow's already over here. Man, why is yellow so aggressive against red? I'm surprised. Yellow's played amazing, though. Lots of Ratha out there. Pretty good economy. Orange made it to feudal H. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only one Ian in the entire United States. So it would make sense that this is the same guy. Ian's got 113 bills. I was also really surprised at that time how many people showed up. Again, it was only 12 people there. But like 4 or 5 of the people were there, and they'd never watched the stream. They just would watch the videos, and they showed up. And that was, I mean, so many years ago now, I realized how big of a reach YouTube has. Because streaming is a little bit more direct, right? Obviously, I prioritized YouTube for a very long time now, but I remember at that time, I was like, what? You showed up to meet me at a bar? And you never even watched a live stream? I was baffled. Green not looking too friendly, says Gray. Now, I mean, I guess that's because green is walling up. It may also be because he has UK at the end of his name. Maybe T-Money McGetBuns feels as though there could be some aggression because of his opinions of those in the UK. Now, that would be a high percentage of my audience. You guys could tell me if you would disagree or agree with that. But I think Zenith has been pretty good to everyone he's talked to. It's simply the fact that this is a war game and he needs to be safe. So. Blue says, Red, what is your plan? Red says, hey, Blue, to survive. And I don't think Blue realizes that Red is being attacked right now. So that's kind of the big part of it. And Blue now asks if he's friends with Yellow, which obviously isn't the case. And Blue just didn't realize that. Tell me about it. I'm behind 2, I think. Well, I'm going to tell you where Blue is in an amazing position. Where Blue is better than everybody here. And that is the king location. This king is so far away from everywhere else. This king is on a tropical location. This king is on a vacation. And this location vacation is fantastic for safety as long as there's not big Navy numbers out. Which maybe Blue could try to do long-term to protect this area. I think the king would be pretty safe here as well, just because Blue's in the middle. Like we said earlier, Blue's not close to other people, whereas these guys are all next door neighbors. And if a king explodes, if there's a big battle, it's all going to go down right in their eco. I find it interesting how aggressive Yellow is and how little Yellow talks. Like, you would think that Yellow would maybe chat a little bit more. As Yellow's losing all these units, maybe one of the biggest rivalries in this game that we shouldn't forget about is Penscrawl and Yellow. Because Penscrawl called out Yellow for being a fake Yellow. Said, I will be friends with everyone but you. And I assume that's just because of the color. I don't know. Green tried like 3 times to talk to Yellow. Says, yo, can you read this? Yes, but Yellow keeps chatting to everybody, which Green actually pointed out earlier. And Green said that he could protect Red.
Yes.
And now Green says, wipe Red, then you versus Blue, me versus Pink. Huh? Then you versus Blue, me versus Pink. Okay. And Yellow agrees. I mean, I don't think Yellow is going to say no to attacking anybody here. So we're going to see Trebs here from these two against each other. And so far, it looks like Harry T's at least got the edge with the Treb war. The fact that Yellow is just attacking people willy-nilly, the fact that Yellow is chatting to everybody instead of, like, you know, hiding discussions does make me think that his days may be numbered. Especially because Harry has actually done an amazing job. Harry's only 10 vills behind after getting castle drop. And he's going to take out that castle there with his Trebs. I think Karambit warriors could do the job as well. Karambits produce really quickly. If he can get a lot of them, he could definitely push back the Ratha here. Everyone is on the way to the Imperial Age, except for Penscrawl, who is now on the way to Castle Age, though. And we'll be in Castle Age in a moment. And like we said, the Karambits take out the Treb. You picked on the wrong guy, Yellow. You picked on the wrong guy. Well played from Harry T. I mean, the Karambits are just tickling these Ratha, but there's enough of them to still be able to get the job done. Have you ever seen 400 Karambits? I think I have a video with 400 Karambits if you search for it. It was a T90 Trolls episode. I don't know if it ever went YouTube from years ago. Basically, what I did is I went full boom. And then I deleted all my villagers. And I went 400 pop Karambits. I forget who won that game, but I do have a memory of doing that, yes. I love the aspect of water trade on these maps. I think water trade will be a little worse on this one because there's more land. So there might be more disruptions to that. Remember, Green just had said to Yellow that he's kind of on his side. But now Red is starting to win. And Green does have the option to just act as though he was friends with Red this whole time anyways. Just Passing says, I'm pretty sure you didn't get exactly to 400, though. You remember? If you remember that I didn't get it exactly to 400, I believe you. It's been so long. They cost half a population space, so in a 200 pop game, you can get to 400. That's kind of the idea. I love the way Harry has used these Trebs. Yellow's falling behind. And I mean, he's only making Ratha here, and I just don't know if the unit is the right choice at this stage if you're going to lose all your castles. But maybe he was committed. Is adding Elephant Archers now. That would definitely be the best unit for you. But that eco could be wrecked pretty soon by the Karambit warriors as well. And Harry T, he wanted friendship. He said to Yellow, like, let's be pals. Attacking early isn't best for any of us, but Yellow wanted this life, and now Yellow is paying the price. And Harry's going to have more eco than Yellow soon. Certainly going to have, I want to say more map control. I'm not sure about that, but I think Harry might face death to Green. I think Zenith is about to make his play. Guys, Harry T was the 8th player to get selected to a community game. And again, when he got selected, he says, a new darkness has dawned upon the earth. And now, people are attacking him left, right, and center. I wonder, maybe it's because of his rank? They could have seen his rank. It could have been because of that statement. But kind of feeling bad for Harry now. And he says, Green, WTF. Unfortunately, he's sending that message to Blue, who is very far away. Now, they are attacking a player who, if he feels like he will die, could just send his king into their base. But it is now a Harry T sandwich. One could say this is kind of a Harry situation. Haha! Penscrawl says, good luck on your law exam. I'm pretty sure he's speaking to Harry. I think he has exams soon. I don't know how he got this information, but I somehow know the information. Orange kind of savage speaking to this guy as he's about to die. And the others are talking about how green is killing red right now. King's still alive, but, I mean, barely for Harry. And he's not going to be able to take these trebs either. I mean, that squad over in the west seemed really tight. Zeta2, Ian, and T-Money McGetbuns. But where's that king going to go for Harry? Harry is not going to want his king to die here. He's going to want to take someone else with him. But I also don't think he wants to accept that this is over. I think he's going to be one to fight. The problem is there's no one else around. Like, there's just simply no one else around. Blue is so far away. It's all green and all yellow surrounding Harry. To all but green and yellow. Could really use some help, 11. Yeah. I think you need a transport ship, and I think you need to run. That's what you need to do. That's the only thing you can try now. Staying is not going to work. Help won't come fast enough. Penscrawl immediately responds and says, "Where is your king? I will mobilize." I love how chatty Penscrawl is for a player who struggles in other elements of the game. Harry has to make a run for it. And he is going to try. This is going to be really close, though, guys. I think the king will hop out. Where is it? I can't see it. The king is there. The king is there. Can he see it? He can't see it. He's going to die here. The transport is too late. He needed to accept that he needed to run much earlier. Oh, but green is letting him run. And if Harry, if you keep running into yellow's base, you could take yellow out with you. Or is he fleeing? He calls the GG. I think he wants to... He just refuses to give up. He wants to... We've seen this so many times where players don't care about taking someone else out with them. They just don't want to be the one to lose. So he's trying desperately to get to this TC. I think green wanted the king to die near yellow. And, well, it is going to die near yellow, but that king is... I don't want to say it's a waste because it will do damage to yellow, but it will not get revenge and take yellow out with him. Yellow will lose a lot. And yellow has now been the one to kill the king. He's the one that started it all. Feels bad for Harry T, though, I have to say. It didn't feel like he deserved a lot here. But that is the way the world works. Yellow takes some big losses. There's actually bigger losses than I expected. And everybody seems to be talking about yellow now. Yellow now reacting to losing half of his base. Oh, wait, this is the player who didn't know about exploding kings. This is the player who said, I don't know what exploding kings do. That's the first time he's seen it, and it was in his own base. I forgot about that. Oh, that explains why his elephants didn't run away. And he says, now I know about exploding kings. Yeah. I wonder if yellow would have had the knowledge, if yellow would have attacked Harry like he did. Orange says, we must avenge red. Says that to everybody. And then blue's saying to orange they're concerned about yellow. But I do want to just look and see, because purple's got decent military now. Are we going to see any snipes? Could be. Gray says green enemied me. Ooh. Green did? Why would green do that? Feels weird to enemy someone before you start to attack. Because it gives them time. Like, now gray could pass the information along. Zeta2's like, okay, I'm going to be ready. I assume Ian's going to be involved as well. Blue does have a massive navy here. Still hoping to hold to this northern island here. Harry's in chat says I should have just nuked yellow. Yeah, but I could tell you didn't want to give it up. And you thought there was a chance you could survive. You also didn't know where the king was. Yellow really took big losses there, though. Lost 50, 60 vills. Lost a lot of elephants. And he lost the trust of everybody in the game. That is a lot of knights next to villagers there. I didn't realize orange had such a big army here. Okay, now purple turns on green. And then yellow turns on gray. So it is yellow and green, who are kind of the... Yeah, they're enemy number 1 and enemy number 2. Against everybody else, but I'm not so sure that everybody else is going to be working together here. Gray and purple are very chatty. Ian has been very silent. Trebs here from purple trying to push this position. But, I mean, purple's army composition is really strong. Gray's going to be here with Latus as well. Yeah, like, green is completely toast. I don't know what they were thinking, 2 people against the world. If they had Harry, it'd be different. But, like, this is just... Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be a really complicated situation for green and yellow now. Especially because they're so far apart. Yellow's units are so slow. Yeah, Secret Lives. I think that's a good call out. I think that blue might be thinking long term about winning with this little peninsula here and going for Wonder Victory. Walled this off. Walled this off. Is trading with trade cogs on the water. So yeah, if you control the sea and use the bit of land you have for Wonder, that could be pretty interesting. But you don't want to do it too early because everyone will unite against you. Also, prediction, sheep will die to the Treb shot. Ready? 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 Oh, I was so close. If the sheep would have gotten hit by the Treb, though, the TC wouldn't have taken damage, and that cracks me up. Ian says, Ole. All right. I like it. Zenith now declares war on Ian as well. Eagles are not a great unit against Teutons, I have to say. I think the best unit for the Incas to make would maybe be Kameyuks. But it is going to be 3 players working against 1, at least until yellow gets here. There's been so many subs today. Barba Barbaros, thank you for the new sub. Swiss Kiwi, thank you for the 34. Berserker, Loki, Pinecone, thank you guys for the primes. Big Fat Smellies says, Kami Games, let's go. I want to see Orange sacrifice his king on teal and gray and take them both out. Well, that could still happen. But yeah, thank you. And thank you, Big Fat Smelly, as well for the gifted subs. It's amazing. Also, one of the gifted subs went to a player with Tatar in their name, and we have Tatars on our screen. What are the freaking chances? Also, Prometheus, thank you for the 39 months. Zenith trying to be mobile, trying to be active, but there's a lot of fortifications back here. It's unlikely these Teuton paladins will find too much. The walls from green, though, are amazing because they can't really pass there. Guys, orange has 73 military. What in the world? Where is it? There's camels running around. There's 2 Lycav. I saw a bigger army of knights at one point. Oh, orange is here. Okay. And green says to yellow, who's notoriously bad at Diplo, get blue to join us. Look at yellow patrol these knights right now. Blue is definitely planning some type of wonder shenanigans, or at least staying out of everyone's way for a long time, which is also good. And blue says, orange, what is your plan? I'm concerned about green. Orange is an interesting factor here because, again, orange isn't engaging. And orange says, aid where possible, same, push green. Oh, God, orange, you just said that to everybody. Buddy, you just said that to the world. He saw that. Oh, no. Blue says, trying to get teal and us together. I'm so far away. Yeah, like, maybe he's going to need forward production buildings. If it's any consolation, green can't necessarily do anything to orange because orange is so far away. And orange says go for green publicly, which is kind of what everyone is doing, so. Orange will be an imp soon. And green says, I can see what you're writing, and says that directly to orange. Orange is going to have a sassy comment for sure. He says you're meant to. He's like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, I knew it. I just knew it. That's so funny. Orange is allied to him, which is kind of interesting. Orange still hasn't fought him yet. But, you know, it does feel as though we're in that same boat where green and yellow... Well, first off, yellow isn't really here to help. But they just can't do it alone, right? The rest of the world is united against them because of what they did to Harry T. And positionally, it's just very complicated for them right now. Remember I said Orange... when Orange was at 9 vills and everyone else is at 30, that Orange could have a role in this game? Well, here we are. Still hasn't really fought much, but has certainly chatted. Made it interesting here. Zenith moved the king back, and Zenith now turns on yellow. I think Zenith is annoyed that yellow never helped. Zenith did choose to ally someone who attacked red with pretty much no warning, no cause. Maybe I'm missing something? Maybe yellow was about to make a move? Or maybe it was just yellow's inactivity, but I don't think yellow realizes that green turned. Yellow, in all fairness, was probably building up the eco to recover from that explosion from earlier. But most of this eco from green going down, and yellow does turn now on green. And now green goes to blue and says yellow is distracted, FYI. That's interesting. That might confuse blue, because I think blue thought that green and yellow were pals. Blue is asking where yellow's king is right now. And Zenith just researched treason and will probably signal the map exactly where the king is to give blue that information. The king is on a freaking farm! Get in your castle! Live your life of luxury in there, my friend. Don't stand on the farm with the peasants. I mean, you've got a nice little umbrella, so that's nice. You could avoid some sunburn, but still. Progress is being made. Zenith passes that information along to blue, who may or may not use it. This has not looked good for green. And it's not looking any better because yellow's now here as well. Green may choose to use his king on somebody to kill them off. It is unlikely he can make any progress towards the west because of running through these armies, his king is bound to die. He may choose to... He may feel like his best opportunity to kill somebody with his king would be to go against yellow. And he could get there. Yellow doesn't have many castles anymore. What's happening here? Hi. Oh, maybe yellow garrisoned his king? Why is he... I cannot explain why the villagers are around the castle like this. That was weird, but he did garrison the king. Maybe realizing that's a smart thing to do. I think this game is going to shift and become interesting once yellow and green are out of the game. Because all the remaining players have been very cordial, very kind. They all have lots of military as well. But I don't think it makes a ton of sense to shift. Now, remember when green researched treason, the king was in the farm. So Zenith actually brought the king here looking for it. The king is in the castle now and elephant archers were around. Zenith could try and make a deal. It feels too late, but, you know, maybe 5 minutes ago, like, hey guys, I'll help you kill yellow. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm sorry works. I think people want more creativity than that, but... You know, you could try something. There was never really an attempt. I think that green's just like, well, I made my bed. Now I have to lie in it. And maybe green will prep a transport ship soon to sail that king around the world. But right now, it's in the safety of that castle. And king now leaving the castle from yellow because blue is trying to be sneaky. Look at this from blue. Blue has brought a navy. Blue has transported cannons. And blue says, don't walk to my base with those to yellow. And now he's walking his base over here. Yellow's king is on the move back to his starting TC. But, again, not looking too good for yellow. I will say the fact that yellow is trading with blue right now is kind of funny. That is really not something that blue should allow, but I think... Yeah, there we go. The Bombard Towers can take care of that. Teal did say it's going to be a wood game, and I am noticing there's not many trees over here, so they need to... Oh, God. Oh, man. The deforestation is real. The trees are all disappearing. Green and yellow being pushed. Elephant units in general are really good versus Turks. Bengali elephant archers are just an insane unit. I'll have a video this week where I cast 2v2 I played with in a Mad Random tournament, which I did stream. And just elephant archers are just insane with Bengalis. It's just unbelievable. Here's the stockpile, guys, if you want to see the resources bottom left. Ian has the most right now. And it's not even close. But blue would maybe be second place long term. Green and yellow. I guess their common enemy was red. But, you know, Harry's going to be looking at this thinking, things could have been different if you had my back, Zenith. Like you said. Orange is very much a team player right now. They keep looking for Green's king. And yellow's king now is being attacked. Or at least the refuge is being attacked by the paladins. It's so weird that green and yellow are trying to kill each other now. It's like they teamed up to kill red. And then they never truly worked together. Oh, okay. King is in the transport ship for Zenith. Pen Scrawl says, I see it. But can he get to it? Oh, be careful. Be careful where you sail that thing. Transport ship speed is trying to compare. It is slightly slower, but okay. I think, yeah, with the gate there, everything should be fine. And now green is obviously going to try and make a move on somebody, but I don't know if green's paying attention to the fact that this is on this type of terrain. Get it off the swamp, dude. Yellow also saying yes. I think green's also engaging here, by the way, which is explains some of the issues there. And yellow's king is being attacked by blue, who's got a crazy navy here. Does yellow know about this? I think the king will go to the left, though. So blue can't finish that off. We'll see if yellow can even find that king. Meanwhile, the king continues to move along. Someone asking an important question. Someone says, if a king sinks in a transport, should they still blow up? Yes, and then there's a massive tsunami which floods the world. It's crazy. And that's why you'll see some of the buildings have upper floors in this area of the world. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. If the king goes down in the transport ship, there's no explosion. But tsunami would be pretty crazy. I think Gray was looking for it. I really do. I think they're aware the king is out there. But green is kind of making it. Yellow must have found that king and is back inside the castle. Treason was researched, so I think they might have caught a glimpse of the fact that green is coming over this way. Zenith just wants to take out anybody at this point. Because his game is over, and this is why we do Exploding Kings. You can have a, play a role. And I don't know exactly who Zenith is going to focus on here. But he also researched treason, so he knows where some of these kings are. And it feels like he might go for Ian, who's top scorer. Researches treason again. Blue is now researched treason. Lots of treason happening. Okay, if he was going to go for purple, he would have stopped. If he was going to go for teal, he would have stopped. He's allied with blue? Yeah, he actually allied blue, but blue hasn't expected it.
Yes.
Green says, yellow, I gotta detonate for your betrayal. For whose betrayal? I don't understand exactly. Oh, the comment at the start. I think this is because orange said he wouldn't be allied to yellow because yellow is a fake orange. That was the betrayal. And now Ben Scrawl has a king which is about to explode underneath his TC. And Orange is telling them to just run away. But Orange doesn't know that the king is here. Actually, I think he noticed. I think instead of clicking his unit away, he realized and he said, son of a bitch. The green says, talked too much for me. Wow. Okay. Son of a bitch. Well, Pen scrolls out of the game. So we have Yellow still alive. There's the explosion from Orange's king. And Yellow's still alive, but barely. And now everyone can focus their attention there. And that's a very good point. Orange did continually tell everyone. Remember, Orange said, go for green. Green said, I could see your chat, bro. And he said, you were meant to see it. So I think there's multiple reasons at play. Now Orange isn't there to support blue, which could be a concern for blue. And yeah, we'll see how good Yellow plays this one, where basically the whole world is against him and he's got no gold. Like, I think Yellow's going to be the next one sacrificing a king. T-Money McGetbuns. How quickly we forget how insane that username is. Says, purple, teal, we still vibing. We're still good. The original team's still good. Orange wasn't really a part of it. Orange just kind of had to be invited to keep the peace. Purple says, I'm in. I don't see myself winning. I'll support you to the end. Ian just says, yes. I want to check stockpiles again. Blue has the stone for a wonder, but doesn't have gold anymore. There were trade cogs moving, but they stopped at one point, and yeah, it looks like he needs to retask them. And the world is running out of trees, actually. At an alarming rate, I have to say. There is really not a lot of wood remaining here, so... Yellow turns on basically everyone he hadn't already turned on. And Yellow will continue to try and survive here. Has 100 military. It's going to be hard to kill Yellow. There's going to have to be a lot of more army over here from the others. And it looks like these guys are really focused on where they're going to get trees right now.
Yes.
Yellow turned on me. Should we go for him? Blue says, all right. About even with Yellow. They're saying yes. Yeah, so they're all going to make a move here against Yellow here in a moment. Blue has really been the only one consistently attacking Yellow. Zenith, I think... So Zenith says, I don't see Yellow's logic to fight me. I agree. And I think it's like a little unfair to you at this point, just simply because of the fact that, you know, we saw how Yellow played it. But I was very surprised when you teamed with Yellow instead of Harry. But if I had to guess, maybe you were a little threatened by Harry. What's happening here in the chat? Oh my god. Oh god. Gray says, I about to go for blue also. He said that to blue. I think blue was on his mind and he just toggled it to blue. Blue then says, me 11? Gray says, no. Blue says to everyone, you all plotting against me? Gray says, sorry, I meant Yellow. I was typing to you, swear on my life, multitasking brother. Blue says, I'm keeping my eye on you, but okay for now. And Gray says, I was reassuring you, I'm going for Yellow, I promise. I mean, I believe Gray. On a scale of 1 to 10, how believable was that? For you guys. I actually believe him here. Blue says it's sus. And Purple says, okay to you, Blue. Let's go take Yellow. Well, listen, everybody needs to kill freaking Yellow at this point. There's no secrets. Gray says, I feel so dumb, but you were good with me. Yellow turned on me early. Okay. I say it's a 7. By the way, Gray is not a real threat to anyone in this game. I think... Well, he does have some trade, but I mean, he didn't get Caravan, which is sad. So the trade is just so slow. So slow. Need to upgrade the motors. Yellow has consistently been in the top 3 of military count and still has the best form of military, I think it's in this particular game, in Elephant Archer. So, I'm not ready to say Yellow's going to die yet. Man, Yellow, if only you had, like, I don't know, an ally or maybe another ally and maybe had, like, some semblance of teamwork with others, you could be a real force here, my friend. But because you are against the rest of the world, it is unlikely you ever have a chance of winning this game. Yeah, Zenith, that's actually a good point. I think Bengalis may be the stronger ally, and usually the player that gets sandwiched loses, so. That is a lot of pointy boys. And extreme pointy boys. Let's go, Kameyooks! Let's go! We never see Kameyooks. Yeah, get poked, building. Let's go. Gray and blue still talking. It says we're good. All right, so I'm just trying to think what happens when yellow dies. Who makes a play on who? And I have no answers to this. I'm just still thinking about it. Oh my god, the king was right there. Okay, yellow died. Oh. I wasn't even paying attention to the king. I thought it would be somewhere else. Okay. So yellow's out of the game now. GG to yellow. And Ian says to run back home. And everyone follows. Look at that. All 3 players running west. That's sick. So gray and teal are right next to each other with their kings. They could both easily make plays. I'd prefer to be in a castle. And remember, these 3 over here in the west have always been pals. There's only one person who's lived very far away from them in a completely different land, and that is blue. And so Ian says blue next it is. And now Blue Pony says perp next, trying to get the others to kill purple. But, you know, the interesting one to me now is gray, because gray was just apologizing to blue. I just don't think it makes any sense for gray to take any of blue's deals. Like, blue, it's nothing you've done wrong here. It's just, if they start attacking each other, it's mutually assured destruction. Whereas if they go attack you, their bases are still safe. So, blue, if there was ever a time to go for the wonder, this is your moment. Teal and perp, only you. Blue just asked me. Teal next, question mark? That's actually not true. He said perp next. And he's telling his boys, we are trade partners, but not allies. And then Ian says, and this is what he actually said, they asked me to push purple. Let's definitely go. And Zeta says, let's squeeze him. Okay. Meanwhile, in heaven, Zenith is apologizing to Harry and feels very bad. All right. So, here's the deal. I think blue is in the perfect position to go for wonder. But you need to have the guts to recognize when you're about to be tripled, and you need to start building that bad boy right away. If they're already making progress on you and you build it, that's really going to hurt your chances. So I'm believing a little less in blue's potential to win with the wonders, because this is giving time for the others to build up. But it's easy for us from our perspective. We have all the information. Blue has king in this tower. There was no secrets. Do we have any surprises here? Gray doesn't have any petards in that castle. There's just vills. There's no petards in this castle. That's actually not the king, though, for teal. Wait, what? Oh, the king looks like a Kameyook. Did you see that? Hold on. The king icon looks very similar to a Kameyook, so I thought that was one Kameyook in there. Okay. I wish it could fight with the Incas. That'd be great. Actually, that'd be horrible. I'd accidentally send my king into battle. Here comes teal, just waltzing in with villagers just passing. Gray says, when go. Purple says, let's go. They're all going to turn. And blue pony is going to come to the conclusion that the entire world is turning against him. Can he do it with a wonder? Unlikely. Teal at one point was building up these docks, and Blue said, "What are you doing with those docks, Teal?" instead of denying the docks. But this is the warning. This is the sign. This is the kick in the pants to get things moving. And Blue does say to Gray, "We friends still?" and just hoping so much for friendship. And Gray responds by declaring war on Blue Pony after 1,117 years of friendship. So Blue Pony, it is you against the world. He says, "Alas, it has come to this." And what is the plan for Blue? As his base is getting massacred? A wonder. It was always the plan. It was always the plan. It is the best way to win the game if you are against everybody else. I always say Relic and Wonder victory is possible for a reason. I want to plant that in people's minds. And this peninsula is perfect for it. But you really need to max out with Vills to have this work. All the Vills are leaving now. They've lost their jobs here, so they're coming to go build that wonder. It's going to take some time to build that thing. People. Pick up your freaking hammer out of your pocket or your boot or wherever you store it, because you can never really see it. And get to work here, people. We don't have time to waste here. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Wonder's at 13%. It's going to take some time. So, let's talk positives for Blue. Positives, he's made the right decision to build the wonder. There can be no question there. Timing on it, obviously, we can be, you know, it could have been, he could have thought about it a little bit ahead of time, blah, 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 blah. But overall, that's a big positive, is that he is building the wonder. It's his only way to win. Second positive, think about all these land units. For purple, it's 100 plus units. They're useless here. They would have to cross this little choke point. You can't use the land units to cross over here. Remember, we talked about this in Dark Age, guys. For those that haven't skipped ahead this video 16,000 times. Remember, we pointed out that this area is impassable. Oh, God. And blue is up against land units and is just going right up to them. Oh, God, the cameo. Oh, God. Okay. All right, that's not a positive for Blue. But more positives for Blue is that the opponents don't really have a lot of Navy, or good Navy, for that matter. Incas don't have good Navy. I think Lithuanians maybe have average Navy. I'm actually not familiar with all the Navy tech trees of the civs that are up against him, which I think says they're at least not insane naval civilization. So you could be surprised. And Blue has no real reason to do anything else and expand elsewhere. There's still trade income. The stockpile for Blue, Blue's got 5,000 wood, 3,000 gold. I think there's a chance. I actually think there is a chance for him. The purple is going to find it very awkward to know what to do with all this army here. And might need to delete. Like, that's actually what you have to do. You have to delete your halbs and make navy somehow. Wonder's going to go up. I don't know if I've seen the Turkish wonder. Is it the spirally one? Or is that the Saracens? Or is it both? That's not a spirally one. Okay, I'm wrong. There we go. 348 years remaining. The countdown is on. Wonder is complete. Villagers can go back to work on something. And Blue can just sit back with the Navy and wreck with galleons, which are just way better than cav archers. Controlling the choke point over here. Walled the choke point over here. Blue actually snagging some relics real quick as well. Great attention to detail. As long as the Blue Pony is patient and pays close attention to the galleys on the shoreline, Blue Pony can do it. Siege rams are a problem, though. Ian knows what's up, as we established earlier. Yeah, this would be an amazing spot for some demos, I agree. Cannon galleons for the siege rams, though, is really good. I like that. But you don't want this gate to go down and then have units running past your castles. I mean, Castles and bomber towers are still strong, but you're going to need more fortifications here. Blue is losing some navy to the land units here. Needs to keep these castles up. 323 years. More walls coming up for blue. The panic is real. Look at the amount of units on the way. Oh my goodness. Purple's bringing vills as well. Oh man, everyone working together. I don't know, guys. It's just such a great effort from this whole team. Just siege rams, hussars, halbs, kameyuks, cav archers, skirbs, villagers, trebs. I don't know if blue can do it. And I think even if blue... Oh, man, now we have heavy demo. That would have been so nice earlier. I think even if blue would have had the proper timing on the wonder, it still would have been really tricky. It's just time passes so slow. Ooh, gray did relocate the king. So I was just thinking that players need to think ahead on how this goes once blue is out of the game. And gray is relocated, which makes me think that blue might be... sorry, that gray might be thinking about making something to kill teal. And I'm really hoping the game didn't drop. Please, DE, don't tell me that the game is dropped. I mean, if it is a pause... Okay, we're... Oh, God! Oh, God! We're catching up to life. Slow down! I don't know what that was. Sorry. I was really concerned the game dropped, but we're back. This purple castle is so helpful because it snipes those demos. Blue's got the right idea. Have the demos on that crossing, but the castle, again, should take care of these demos before the demos can get to their target. Hard for blue to keep track of that, of course, when there's so much happening. Siege rams are actually the killer now. Siege rams taking out the buildings so quickly and tanking a lot of shots from the galleons is the biggest problem. Harry says, excellent to return to the stream and see Zenith is dead. Cosmic justice. Harry, he did say in game that he was sorry. And it looks like you guys are talking in chat now, and it's real sweet to see you guys making up. Blue is gonna die though. Blue's king might not die, but Blue's wonder will not win this game for him. There's just a great effort from the three players who started together. That's what I bring it back to on the other side too, right? It's just like green and red and yellow all felt threatened by one another. They didn't work together, and look where that got them. T-Money McBuns is making some cannon galleons. Blue continues to snipe them. Siege rams have the wonder down to half HP. There's still enough rams. This wonder's going to go down. Blue doesn't have anything to kill the rams. And the wonder, no! Woo! That is a satisfying wonder to watch go down. That was in my most satisfying destruction animations video, actually. Well, Blue, now what do you do? Oh, he sails the high seas. He sails the high seas in a weak transport ship. You could afford a wonder, but you can't afford a new transport ship? Man, what on earth are we doing? You guys got to look at the budget and figure some things out. Where are your priorities? Well, there's a very good chance that Blue will be spotted by something over here. It actually doesn't seem like Blue is giving up. I thought that Blue was going to try and go boom somebody, but I think Blue may just try and chill. Ian says, you and me until the end, T-Money. And T-Money says yes. And personally, I think Ian has just chose the player that is easiest for him to kill in a 1v1 to team up with. No offense, T-Money, when you rewatch this, but Purple is a crazy army. I haven't actually seen a lot from Gray in a while. I think there is just a shortage of resources overall, like we've noticed. So, wow, Odoa, you really changed your name, huh? I assume that's the same Odoa. Thanks for the 4 years, man. Name is now Odoa. You've upgraded. Blue reaching out to purple and needs to make some type of deal, right? You just have to. Blue says, hey, so they're going to turn on you next, which is the correct call. That's actually what's going to happen. Zeta2 says probably. Now, Zeta2 did say earlier that he didn't think he could win the game and is just here to back up his team. And as Sally said last week or the week before, I forget, you can't be a pushover in community games. You gotta defend yourself a bit more. Blue says, why not make it fun and ally me now? Take out Gray with me while they're distracted. Because everyone kind of runs out of wood and runs out of gold. Blue has found some wood and is also still trading with Yellow's dock. Ooh, I think Gray has found this, though. And Blue needs to be very careful. And Teal is here as well. Purple with a really good point, honestly. Purple says, you should have proposed that 15 minutes ago. Now it's just stupid. That is true, actually, because Blue has been found and everyone's going to kill him. And I think Blue, recognizing this, is just going YOLO to the other side of the world to try something. Blue says, I disagree, but whatever. And now Blue goes over to Gray and says, hey, so they're going to turn on you next, which is a lie, but it spices it up. Yeah, it spices it up. Also, I have to point this out. The fact that Harry and Zenith could not have trusted each other less in the actual game, and now these two are chatting like they're old pals who haven't talked to each other in 20 years. These guys are just, oh my God, back and forth. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're going to be playing ranked together later tonight. They're buddy-buddy. It's amazing. Anyways, Blue is dead. And Purple is proposed. Let's take out Teal together, and then you'll have a pretty easy win. So these are the three. These are the three that work together, that loved each other. Well, I don't know. Maybe not loved. Needed each other. Purple seems pretty well aware that that's exactly where Blue died, and everything got massacred anyways. So that really hurts Purple's chances of defending or attacking. Oh, man. And Purple's king was right here. Whoa. Whoa, okay. I didn't realize Purple's king was there. So Ian is definitely the favorite. 15k gold and 75k wood. Has quite a bit of wood to work with as well, honestly. So, you know, Purple and Gray were just thinking maybe they should team up together against Teal. Ian should know. He's top scorer. He's been around the game a long time. He's got lots of eagles and cameos. I don't think either of these, like whoever, the two that don't win this game, I don't think they're going to be that upset. They made it this far. They accomplished, they conquered the world together, guys. And Gray says, it's been great, fellas, whatever happens from here. And Purple agrees. And I think we know what's going to happen. Ian is going to kill everyone. Unless either Gray or Purple kill Ian with their king. Which is maybe the plot twist that is needed to topple Ian. Sorry, I need to hydrate. I was very dehydrated today. And it's not getting much better because these games have been very long. I do think that Gray and Teal have been a little bit closer than the others here. There's been quite a few side conversations, right? They're chatting about it now, making a move on Purple. But I don't know, man. Like, this game's going to be over for Purple anyways. He's got nothing to lose. It's not like he's got lots of trade or has great resources. So if they start to attack him, he might just stroll over here. Normally, if things get too quiet in these situations, you are the one that's going to be attacked. It does feel like Zeta2 is preparing for a last stand here. And purple says, hi, Gray. Gray is changing chat settings. And Gray says, hi. To answer your question, Battle Chicken, you cannot garrison kings and rams or siege towers. Which is a little disappointing, but... Gregnak, thanks for the 42. Sorry, I didn't see that. James, thanks for the 28 as well. And Purple says, those hussars are just sightseeing, I presume? And Gray says, yes, as he brings in more units. And now Gray realizes he's been spotted, so he's just going to back away. He's like, he's on to me. But that's a lot of units coming this way, and Ian turns on Zeta 2, which shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody at this point. 150 army, and it's incredible army against the Tatars, Kamioks and Eagles. And now we see Purple realize this and turn on Ian. And so it's a 1v1 between these two. Gray has to choose a side. Gray is sitting next to Teal's king. And Ian says, Purple turned, join me, comrade. And I guarantee you, Gray's like, this is my moment. This is my legend video. This is my moment. This is my moment. I've waited years for this moment. This is it. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. His heart is beating. He's trying to be sneaky, but it's taken a while. I think Ian is onto him. Ian is definitely onto him. And Ian is no longer attacking Purple because Ian sees his castle is surrounded by winged hussars. And you can tell Ian is ready to turn at any moment. Here comes Gray. He's gonna... Oh, he's going for it. Not the sneakiest snipe ever. He needed to do this a little bit faster. Okay, guys. We'll be there in a minute. We'll be there in a minute. Here we go. This gives an opportunity for Purple in some ways. And Gray says, I'm with you, Teal. What, you're with this freaking king? Ian doesn't trust you at all. Oh, I love this attempt, though. He says, I'm with you, Teal. Let's go. Ian says, let's push east. And he's like, let's go. You first. You go ahead, bro. I'll be right there. You just go ahead. You lay the foundations for the attack. I'll protect your king, all right? Just go ahead. I got you. It's all right. We've been allies this whole game. I have no reason to kill you. Just go ahead. You move those units on away from your base now. There you go. Teal is doing it. What the? Ian, what? You trust this guy? Gray is 100% going to try and kill his king. I think Ian's feeling him out right now. He's trying to see, he's trying to judge this. He's not sending everything forward. But Gray isn't either, which is awfully suspicious. But the thing is, if Ian attacks Gray, then he's up against two people, which isn't what he wants. So Ian ideally wants to always have one ally, because that's the safer play. And okay, now Gray's moving the Trebs. I think if Gray moves the Trebs forward, Ian will actually send more army forward. So, and Gray, in all fairness, is doing a good job at attacking Purple. And they're going to wipe up Purple pretty quickly. So Gray might actually, if Purple dies right away, Gray might actually just be planning that. To like kill Purple and then go kill Teal. But Ian still does not trust this at all. Yeah, Purple is dying to the Winged Hussars and the Eagles. It's not going to get much better. And Ian says, use these too. So Ian is trying to get these units away from his castle. Gray has now brought cannon galleons too. And they're just like trying to think, guys. They're trying to think, how can we kill each other? And they're not fully focused on the fact that Purple's making a move. And Purple's king has died, and there will be an explosion. Purple tried it. Purple tried to sneak. Tried to get in and kill both of them. And now they turn on each other. Now, this king will explode. It will not kill Gray. This is actually a fake. That's just villagers in there. It will take out most of Gray's attack, though. Gray's army that he wants to kill Teal with is going to explode. And that's horrible for him. That means Teal can get all this production to defend the castle. And it is a 1v1 between Gray and between Teal. And Ian has been in a great spot to spam Eagles with resources. We knew that with the food and the gold, and it's going to be tough now for Gray. It's probably impossible. Gray's got nothing. He was hoping to play on that timing, though, once purple went down, and I respect that. It is 155 military for Teal, and it is 16 for Gray. So it would take one crazy misclick for Ian to lose this one. Maybe Gray could have won. Maybe Gray could have won without the explosion there. But I really feel like Ian is clearly just a bit stronger of a player. And he's more prepped with resources to produce here than the others. So I guess Gray could always make Hussars. But still, 76,000 food, 8,000 gold. Ian is just so well stocked up. Has always had trade cogs working. And I think T-Money... He realizes, yeah, I just can't do anything at this point. There's nothing, no move I can make. He is fleeing the scene, blending in with the trading economy. And now he's coming back, and now he's going forward. And I don't know where exactly the plan is to go. Is he gonna... Well, maybe he's trying to meet up with his old friends back at this town center. Maybe he wants to try and explode. Oh, he's trying to go here. And it just takes... He has to take that path. And Ian calls the GG. I would find it really funny because this happens sometimes where players think, oh, it's exploding kings. I need to delete my king to kill him. And then they forget that there's no explosion because there's just 2 people left. He is just telling Teal, though, sending my king your way. And I think he's just going to give Teal the king. Oh, the kill, excuse me. Oh, man. Woo, the yawn. Not the way to end a video, but king is going to be dead. Gifts it to someone who he was friends with for a very long time. And, yeah, another good random world game. This map was fascinating because most of these massive areas of land were connected to each other. And there was that one area in the north where blue ended up settling, which was really disconnected from the rest. And Blue did a good job at utilizing that space. Unfortunately, just didn't have any allies, and there were too many strong players up against him. This game, I think, just kind of came down to 3 people sticking together. The other 3 never trusting each other, or at least not picking the right people to trust. And, well, then there were some other stories, of course. Orange and his... very interesting start. Orange hating yellow just because apparently yellow is a fake orange color. And, blue obviously off in the distance. But it was a fun one. We saw a lot of different players kill kings in this game. If you look at the top there, only one player killed 2 kings. And that was Ian. And the last kill was obviously kind of donated there. So good stuff. We definitely, we had some war hungry people. We had some people who wanted peace the whole time. But we had a boomer in Ian, just high priority on eco the whole game. Look at that trade profit, guys. Ian said to everybody it was going to be a wood game. They did run out of trees eventually, but Ian collected more trees. That food count is ridiculous. The gold count, though, impressive. Had a couple relics, but had trade and utilized that trade perfectly there. So fun stuff with Random World, and that's the fun thing about it is the next time we do this is the world is going to generate much differently. It felt like this one had more land than water when compared to the second time. And I think it's a map that we, in theory, will never really get tired of because it generates differently each time. And we've done 3 times, and each time it's always produced a fun game. So well played to the players who played the game. And I've just completely lost my train of thought. But pretend you're impressed, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching this very long game. I appreciate you all.